Hey YouTube, this is Lucy from KBeautyHobbit.com, and I thought I'd film a get ready with me video today. I think most beauty bloggers do this kind of intro after they already put on makeup, so I am doing that. So I just filmed it and then this is my intro. Wow, I'm like a real YouTuber now. So I want to show you my very minimalist, very quick makeup using my Project Pan items, which are 10 things that I picked out for 2020 that I want to finish. I talked about them in detail in my Project Pan video. I will link that down below. But if you're interested to see how I do my makeup on the daily basis, please keep watching. I've never done a video like this before, so we'll see how it goes. It definitely always looks very easy when other people do it, but that seems to be the case with most things. It's always easy when somebody else does it. I did a video recently on my 2020 Project Pan where I picked 10 things that I'm going to try and finish in 2020 when it relates to makeup, and those are the things I've been using for my daily, very easy minimalist makeup look. Today is kind of a unique day. It's the weekend, but we're actually going to go somewhere with my husband, so I have a little time to go ahead and make this video, so I thought I'd try. We have a pretty small house, and one of the drawbacks of this specific house is very limited storage space in the bathroom. I have very narrow drawers under the sink. They're about this big, and that's where all of my makeup used to sit, and what ends up happening is things get pushed to the back or they get buried under other things, and I had a very hard time just even seeing what I own, even though it's not that much. So after I started doing Project Pan, I went ahead and bought myself this thing. It's a Caboodle. If you've been around in the 80s, you might remember them. They made a comeback recently. I've never owned one. I didn't live in the States in the 80s, and in fact, I barely made the 80s as far as like the birth year. So I've never owned them when they originally were popular, but I went ahead and bought this one. This is not a sponsored video, but I just think it's so cool. So it opens up and slides out, and all of my stuff sits in there. And then this part opens up and it has a mirror, and it has a little removable tray over here, and all of my things sit in there. So this has been really cool, because what I do now in the morning is take it out and everything is right there, and I've loaded it specifically with my Project Pan items so that they're easy to see and easy to grab, and I have no excuses for not using it. I already have my skincare on, which today was very minimalist. I used the toner pad to wipe off anything that is still on the skin from the night before, and then I just put on some sunscreen and let it absorb, and then I did a little bit of the Laneige Glowy Primer Serum, which is one of my favorite things ever, and I've talked about it before. I'll put links for everything down in the description box, and if I have reviews on my blog, I will put links to that there. Also, obviously, as you can hear, I'm under the weather again, or still. I'm a little hoarse. Plus, it's morning. I'm still waking up, so pardon the raspy voice here. The first thing I do with makeup after all of that skincare and primer is I put my base on. I'm not a makeup artist whatsoever. I use very little makeup, so bear with me. So the first thing is from my Project Pan. It's the Nicopy Light Air Touch Cushion in the color 21. It is their lightest one. So let's see. I know most of the big beauty bloggers, they'll have their mirror, whatever, off camera, and you can really see what they're doing, and I'm just not as fancy, so bear with me. But I will only put it on some areas of the skin. I don't do like the full face of foundation because I don't like that look on myself. And this was in my tips and tricks video, where I talked about only putting foundation on certain spots where you have maybe some redness or some pigmentation. I have a few spots right here from some recent skin troubles. So for me, usually I just concentrate on, what is that? Okay. I concentrate on the cheeks and a little bit of the nose. I'm very prone to freckles, And I don't do a lot on my forehead, just a tiny bit. I don't know if you can tell, but I have some fine lines right here. I am 30, so there are some lines happening. And I find that if I put a lot of foundation right here on the forehead, it might look okay when I first do it, but then as the day goes on and I move my face and I raise my eyebrows and just live the day as a normal human being with expressions, things start to settle into those two fine lines, even if my skin is properly hydrated, especially if it's dehydrated and dry, but even when it's properly hydrated, things still settle. Okay, so that's it for foundation. Now I have my little project pan concealer. It's a Missha Treble Cut, and this concealer has a few ingredients in it that actually help blemishes heal. So it's not just a makeup product, it's also kind of a skincare product, and it looks like this little syringe. So I do not apply that directly to the face because I don't want to put whatever bacteria in my face on this applicator tip. So I just squeeze a little bit and put it on my finger, and I'm going to just tap it on this little spot here. Even though it's not an active blemish, it doesn't necessarily need those ingredients that make it heal, but it's the only concealer I own, so I am just going to use what I have. Okay. Next I have a blush, which is a bit of an extra step for me. Typically during the week for work, I don't use foundation and I don't use a blush. I'll just do a little bit of concealer and powder. But since doing Project Pan, I'm trying to use these things, so I've been doing a little bit extra. So this is my powder. It's the Milimage cream formula, and I'm not sure what color it is. It says 05, so I think that's the color name. I know in my review I include the color, so I'll link that down below. It is a cream formula. I apply it with my fingers, just gently, and I focus on these parts right here. I love this color. It is pink, and I wouldn't necessarily have bought it if this came in a box to me, in one of those subscription boxes. That is a surprise. So I wouldn't necessarily have bought this color. I tend to lean toward more peachy colors, but it actually, I think, looks really good on. So sometimes I like these boxes because they push me out of my comfort zone a little bit and make me try new things that I wouldn't have necessarily tried myself. I typically use the Skin Food Peach powder, but for my Project Pan I picked this one, and it is the Maxclinic Maxclinic Natural 100 Mineral Sunkill RX. It's a powder with SPF in it. It is not enough of an SPF by itself to provide protection, in my opinion, because it's a powder. It's a nice little bonus, but it won't have the even coverage that a cream provides, or some kind of lotion with SPF. So I always do that first, and I did that today off camera. But it's a nice little bonus, and I keep forgetting that I have this. It usually sits in my purse, so I thought I'd go ahead and put it in my Project Pan. I use this little brush. It is, I don't even know what brand it is. I can't remember where I bought it, but it's a synthetic one, so it's easy to clean. The powder comes with its own brush, and it looks like this. And it's fine if I'm out and about and I have this in my purse, but at home I prefer this kind of brush. It's softer and nicer. So I just put some in, and then I'm going to put it all over my face. Let me know in the comments what you think about my lighting. I usually film these things at night after the children are in bed. So I usually have just every light in the room on. Everything that I can possibly turn on, I turn on. And today, since it's daytime, I also have a window here, so I have some natural light. Now, I told myself that I will buy a ring light eventually, but what I don't want to do is dump a whole bunch of money into YouTube and then lose interest or something, or stop filming or whatever. So I decided that I am going to make myself work with what I have. I bought a tripod, but I told myself I'm going to work with what I have until the channel grows a little bit and gets more subscribers and gets more views, and then if I feel like it's justified, then I will buy a ring light. And I can't really find the one that I like yet. I've looked around and the price ranges are crazy. I mean, some of them are super cheap. I'm assuming those are not good, and some are really, really expensive, and reviews are all over the place. If you are somebody who does videos and you have a ring light that you like, please leave me a comment below and let me know which one you use. This is my big stretch project pan item. It's the Tarte Pro Glow palette, and it is technically a contouring palette and highlighter. So there's highlighter and bronzer type stuff in here. I am so not a contouring person. I have no idea how to do that. I really have no desire to learn how to do it. I think it looks good on a lot of people if they know what they're doing. And then I think on a lot of people it doesn't look good. It looks like too much. Or they start to look like the Neapolitan ice cream, you know, with the 3 different colored stripes. So what I'm doing with this is I am using it as a eyeshadow palette. And I am just trying to use it up. I don't know how long it's going to take. So I'm going to take this lightest color, Strobe. Also, shameworthy, I only own one eyeshadow brush. That's how not fancy I am. I usually don't even use eyeshadow. So today, while we're out on our date, after we're done, we're going to stop by TJ Maxx and see what kind of eyeshadow brushes they have, because this is not enough, but whatever. I'm making do with what I have. So I picked this lightest color, Strobe, and I am going to just put it on under my eyebrow. And I have a hooded eye, of course. When I was younger, I would spend all this time putting a lot of cool makeup, like right here, and I would do all this kind of, what is it called, the smoky eye there, and then just to open my eyes and it's like, oh whoops, you can't see anything because it's all hidden by the hooded eye. So then the next color is Lit. It's gonna be next lightest color. Put that on. Okay. The reason I picked this palette for my project pan, I own another palette. It's the Urban Decay one. It's Passport or Traveler. Born to Run, sorry. I know it has something to do with travel. But that one has a lot of bright colors. Not too bright, but it has a nice variety and it's very pretty. But it is definitely way more outside of my comfort zone than this one. So I thought, since I don't even use eyeshadow most of the time, that I would pick something that is easy for me or comfortable, that even if I mess up really bad in the morning because I'm sleepy, it wouldn't be like a big mess up with green eyeshadow or something like that. It would be with tan, so it's not as scary. This color is called Fire. When I was in college, and I have degrees in finance, banking, and investment, I have an MBA, so I took a lot of business courses. When I was in college, I had this marketing professor who was really awesome. And I remember he said when he was younger, he wanted to be the person who names lipstick colors because lipstick colors are, the names are just crazy, like Fiery Sunset and whatever. And these colors here on the Tarte front too: Lit, Strobe, Fire, Stunner, Shade, and Sculpt. Wonder why this one's called Fire. It has nothing to do with fire in my opinion, like color-wise. So with my hooded eye, I started putting more pigment up here, like toward the top, so that even when I open my eyes, you can still see it. But I'm definitely not a pro at all when it comes to eyeshadow. Okay, and then I take this, let's see, the Sculpt color, which is a matte dark, and I just put a little bit in the corner here. Nothing crazy. So I always wash my brush right away after I use it because I only own one. Okay. That's another cool thing with this palette. If you have any kind of fallout, which I think all shadows do as you use it, some of it kind of sprinkles on, it is not really noticeable. It looks intentional. Like, it looks like I just wanted a little bit of sparkle right here. That is definitely not the case with these brighter eyeshadows that I have in my Urban Decay palette. And I think I'm going to have to buy one of those fan brushes, the ones that like brush off all of that fallout without smearing it all over the face. Honestly, sometimes makeup just sounds like so much work, and that is why I prefer to spend my time and effort and money on skincare so that I don't have to spend so much time, money, and effort on makeup. Because when my skin looks good as is, I just throw on some eyeliner and mascara and I'm ready to go. I like makeup. I like being able to use it. I want to learn more how to use it. I like to get fancy occasionally, but I don't ever want to be in a position where I feel like I have to use makeup to hide something, to hide blemishes or some kind of imperfections or wrinkles or whatever. I always want it to be an optional, nice touch, but never like something that I feel like I have to do in order to be able to leave the house. I don't even know if you can tell that I'm wearing it. I can tell, but whatever. Next is eyeliner. And this is a beautiful Labiotte Momentique gel eyeliner. Everything I have in my project pan is Korean except for the two products, the Tarte palette and then an eyebrow product that I'm using. So this one has a little brush liner or brush to line it with. And the reason I picked this one for my project pan over my other eyeliner product is because this one is just a little bit trickier to use. It takes a little bit longer to put on. So I might be more prone to reach for my like Sharpie style eyeliners where you just pop off the lid and apply it. But I wanted to focus on this one or make myself focus on this one so that it doesn't get neglected and forgotten. And the cool thing is here, I don't know if you can see, right here, there's a little piece of plastic with a little V cut out right there. And that is done to where when you dip the brush into the gel, when you take it out, you can like drag it over that little triangle piece and take off the excess gel, which I really love. So it's not messy, so you can make it a fine little line there. All right, let's attempt this. I don't think I've ever done eyeliner on camera before, so bear with me. Like I said, I have hooded eyes, and the big thing for me with any eyeliner is it has to not print on my upper lid, which is a big deal with most eyeliners. Like most eyeliners that I've tried, they leave an imprint on my upper lid, and it just drives me absolutely nuts. I think it looks horrible, and it's the reason why for years I wasn't using eyeliner at all. And the second reason is I'm lazy. This takes a certain amount of precision, and I'm more awake right now than I normally am in the mornings because I already had my coffee and I had my breakfast. But usually when I wake up for work in the mornings, I have my coffee at work and I usually my breakfast like at my desk as well. So I'm way less awake than I am right now. And eyeliner, and I keep grabbing way too much stuff on here because I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time, and I don't know how beauty gurus do all this stuff. Alright, I'm just gonna do a little cat eye. The cool thing with this eyeliner is it does not print on the top lid. Okay. It does not print on the top lid, and it is easily removed with just a cleansing oil or a cleansing balm, so you don't need a special eye makeup remover. Although I'm having to use special eye makeup remover because of my mascara, which I'll talk about here in a minute. Okay. Then next eye. Okay, I think I'm done with eyeliner. I will tell you it's a lot harder to do while sitting down with this tiny mirror. I usually do it in the bathroom in front of my big mirror, and that works better for me. And I always wash the brush right after. I actually use like a 2-in-1 facial cleanser that has the cleansing oil and a foam, both 2-in-1, that I didn't really like for my face. I don't think it does a good enough job cleansing my face, but it was only $5 at TJ Maxx, and so I just use it on my brushes now, and it works better for them. This is my second non-Korean product called Wunderbrow. It's German, and it is an interesting product. I got it as a part of a market test a while back, and it has this brush in it, and it's kind of like a gel. My color is brunette, but it doesn't look very dark. On the brush, it looks darker once it's put on. The way I apply it is brush it on I try to be semi-precise with it, but again, it's usually morning and there's only so much precision happening. And then the next step, and this is the official manufacturer's instructions, you have to take a clean mascara spoolie and brush it out and fluff the eyebrows a little bit. In this product, if you do not use any kind of cleansing oil or like a makeup remover or foaming cleanser on your eyebrows, if all you do is just get them wet as part of your normal cleanse in the evening, it is supposed to actually last for a couple of days on the eyebrows. And the first time when I used it, I didn't read that part. So I'm washing my face and I'm thinking, why is this not coming off? And I thought that was a design flaw in the product, but apparently that's actually on purpose. I, however, double cleanse every night, so I do take it off every night. I'm not sure why you'd want an eyebrow product to last for more than just one day. I mean, I have pretty light eyebrows naturally, and I tint them myself maybe once a month or maybe once every couple months, as I remember. I usually do it when I do my hair, and I colored my roots yesterday, but I forgot to do my eyebrows, but they're still looking not as light as they typically are. Alright. So the reason I put this product on my project pan is because I have another eyebrow product by Missha, and it's a brow mascara. So it is 2-in-1 step. It just has a spoolie that's attached to the lid, and you take it out of the little tube that it comes in and just apply the product with the spoolie onto your eyebrows, and that's it. It's a one step. So I tend to reach for that one much more often, and I think it's almost out actually. And so I'm already thinking, oh, I should buy another one, I should buy another one. And then I remind myself that no, I have this one. I have this Wunderbrow one that is a huge tube, and I should use that up first. So I put it in my project pan, and I actually like the look of it a lot. I think it looks more natural than the Missha one, even a little bit. And the Missha one is almost like an eyebrow gel. It makes the hairs a little stiff, and it makes them stay in place all day long, but they feel a little bit stiff. And this one is a little, I don't even know what the word is, fluffier. The eyebrows just look more natural, I think. I do need to get them threaded and trimmed and such, but time is a hot commodity around here these days with small kids, so some of the things get neglected a bit. Okay, so I did my BB cream cushion thing, my concealer, blush, eyeshadow, eyeliner, brows, powder. The only thing that's left, well, two things, are mascara and lips. And it's taking me so long on camera because I'm blabbing, but at like normal days in the mornings, it takes me under 10 minutes to do all of this. Okay, mascara. This is the reason I have to have a special eye makeup remover product. I bought this, it's Etude House Curl Fix, and it is one of top rated, most popular Korean mascaras. Nothing anywhere when I bought it said that it was waterproof. And I got it and I put it on, and I usually use the tubing mascaras, the ones that just slide off with warm water. I love those. But I thought I'd try this one. Put it on, it looks really good. I liked it a lot. I wore it all day that day, and then I came home and I tried to take it off. I tried micellar water, I tried cleansing oil, cleansing balm, foaming cleanser. Nothing takes this thing off. So thankfully I had another one that I was finishing up, one of the tubing ones, so I put this one away until my waterproof makeup remover came in the mail, and I have to use that to take this off, and it comes off with that just fine. This is what the brush looks like. It's a curved brush, and this is just a black mascara. So I do really like it. I don't think I would have bought it though, knowing that it's waterproof, because I'm not into waterproof makeup, and I don't really like having to have special eye makeup remover. I like to just use my regular cleansing oil, but whatever. I bought it, so I'm going to use it. It is excellent though. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't flake, doesn't irritate my eyes, doesn't cause eye fatigue or anything like that. So if you are somebody who needs waterproof mascara, then I would definitely recommend this one. I used to buy all of these, what I would consider expensive mascaras, like Benefit, their Real mascara, and then Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. I've also tried Better Than Sex mascara. That one flaked really bad on me. But Benefit and Tarte were good, but they are so much more expensive than these Korean ones, and Korean ones are 8 to 10 bucks, the ones that I buy, and they work much better for me actually. Trying not to open my mouth when I'm doing mascara, and it's hard. I'm so used to opening my mouth. For years I used to not put mascara on my lower lashes because everything flaked, and by the end of the day I'd come home and I would have like a shadow of just black mascara under my eyes no matter what I did. But now thankfully with Korean mascaras I don't have that issue anymore, so I can do my lower lashes. And before Project Pan, that is all I would do usually for my eyes, is just mascara and sometimes eyeliner. And now I think that by most people's standards this makeup is still very minimalist, but I think people do notice. Like the very first time I did it as part of my Project Pan and came to work, I did get compliments, and my favorite part is people say your skin looks so good, not your makeup looks so good. So that's what I want. I want makeup that looks like me but better. I don't want it to be one of those just caked on, like you can't even see a single piece of texture of your skin kind of looks. I like it to be more natural. Last part is lips. I have two products on my Project Pan. The Labiotte Wine Lip Tint in this pink color, PK01, and then this Missha Lip Lacquer, Magnefit Lip Lacquer. And the reason I picked these two, so this one will go with anything, it's very mild, and I usually put lip balm over it just because my lips are so dry. And then this one has a little bit more of an actual color, so I'll go with this one today. This is a liquid lipstick, and it is semi-matte in the finish. There we go, has a doe foot kind of applicator. Okay, I love this color. And it goes on liquid, but then it kind of sets and almost like dries down a little bit. And it doesn't hydrate or moisturize the lips really at all, but it doesn't dry them out, so that's a really good feature of it. And it lasts a decent amount of time. Usually I can have some drinks and have some food and still have it on the lips, and when it fades evenly. So if I don't want to reapply, which I usually don't because these stay in my little caboodle at home, I just put them on in the morning and that's it. And if I don't want to reapply, it fades evenly and doesn't look crazy, so I don't have to reapply. There's some lipstick I've had in the past where the fading would be very uneven or patchy and you just look kind of crazy toward the end of the day if you don't reapply, but this one doesn't do that. So this is the finished look. Nothing fancy, no contouring, just a little myself but better kind of look. And I slept with twist braids last night because my hair was still pretty wet when I was going to bed since I colored it yesterday. So I have a little wave, and I'll probably change out of this t-shirt into a fancier t-shirt. Yeah, and they say romance is dead. We're going out for a happy hour, which is all day on Sunday. We're going out for vegan sushi with my husband today, and then we're going to hit up a bookstore and then TJ Maxx, I think, because it's right next to the bookstore. So wild plans. Wild plans. My mom offered to babysit, and we had the hardest time figuring out what we wanted to do. We wanted to see a movie because we haven't seen one since the baby was born, and he's 10 months old now. And we could not agree on the movie. He wanted to see Joker, I wanted to see Zombieland 2. They're playing at the cheap theater, and then at the more expensive, like more current type theater, we really haven't found anything. I wanted to see Jumanji and he didn't, so we just couldn't agree, and we decided we were going to do the sushi in the bookstore thing instead. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this was, if not useful, then entertaining to you. If you have any kind of tips or tricks for me, if you've done Project Pan, let me know. If you're a minimalist in your makeup, maybe there's some mind-blowing trick that I'm missing. Let me know in the comments, please. You can read my reviews at KBeautyHobbit.com. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter and Pinterest, all under KBeautyHobbit. I would love to see you there, and I hope you're having a wonderful week. I will see you next Saturday, and until then, please remember to always listen to your skin.